Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to game number 2 between SlayerS.MMA and FXO.Leenock. Leenock has been on a tear against MMA so far. If you guys haven't seen the first game, make sure to check it out. Leenock, pretty much like a cat with its food, played with MMA and tossed them aside. And Leenock just went buck wild that game. Now, don't get me wrong, MMA played a great game. And I think, you know, on Shakur's Plateau, he had a good advantage opening up the 3 bunkers. Don't forget it, guys, he killed off the hatchery of Leenock. And Leenock was able to win the game following that. That is incredible to any StarCraft 2 spectator, viewer, or player. And, you know, Leenock is just showing that he can play not only an aggressive game, but also a macro game and run away with it. So Leenock just really taking an unexpected W right there after the loss of his natural expansion. And we'll see what he can do in this game. Game 2 here has begun now, and it is on Xel'Naga Caverns, another map where Terrans can be pretty effective on, especially if they can get the Planetary Fortress up at the gold. And, you know, given the short rush distances, Terran timing pushes can be very effective against Zerg as well. So here comes Leenock. He's moving in his drone, obviously getting a very early scouting worker in here, and a lot of Zergs are going to do this because you can deny building of the barracks. You can really annoy the Terran by quite a bit. Oh, can he get it? No! That drone for a second was like about to clamp its claws down on that SCV, and the SCV was like, nope, skirp, runs away. So it looks like MMA keeps his SCV alive, and it's starting to be repaired by its buddy in the mineral line right now. So Leenock unable to get that little SCV kill, and he will open up with a 15 hatch. You know, Leenock so far in this game has shown, or in this series has shown, that he's an extremely aggressive and potent Zerg player. And throughout MLG, actually, he was just going crazy with the aggression. And I'm a really big proponent of Zerg players just starting to be a little bit more aggressive and less passive, because I feel like if more Zergs start to be more aggressive, that's going to force Terrans and Protoss to be very careful about going for something like a Forge fast expand, a 1-Rax expand, even a CC first, which is oh so bold against a player like Leenock. And that is actually going to shift the entire metagame of StarCraft 2. If one Zerg gets to be more aggressive, that could actually make a lot of Terrans and Protosses think twice about doing those kind of fast expand builds, allowing Zergs to be more flexible throughout the community. You can start being aggressive, or you could just drone up and be a little bit more safer now. So I definitely feel like Leenock, Zerg, those kind of players with cutthroat ZVT styles, ZVP styles, really setting the bar here in the standard for all the other Zerg players in the world. And I know a lot of Terrans and Protosses out there like, yeah, HD, what about the Terrans and Protosses? Well, you guys still got MMA here to put your pride in. At least you Terrans do, and hopefully MMA can take a W here against Leenock. He kills off the drone, not before the drone gets an SCV though. So there was an SCV and drone locked in Mortal Kombat right there, and both of them going down. But let's see if MMA can take back a game here against this insane Zerg player right now. And MMA is going to go ahead and go for a factory on that tech lab. Wow. A factory on the tech lab. He did open up with a Reaper, and it looks like he's going to go for a very fast starport here rather than what I thought for a second he was going to go for reactor Hellions. And this Reaper kind of coming as a surprise. It will get 2 drone kills. Not bad play from MMA, just trying to switch things up a little bit, and he is able to catch Leenock off guard. And it looks like the Reaper will make it out of there alive as well. So good use of the Reaper, and I'm assuming, no, it's not a starport. For a second there, I thought we were going to see a starport into a quick Banshee, but he is actually double CCing after the Reaper. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Look at how vulnerable MMA here is to anything. He has no forces inside the main. He's actually trying to tech up at the same time into a siege tank. So, I mean, honestly, if Leenock wanted to go for a Baneling bust right now, he would end the game. Quite honestly, there's no way, no physical way that MMA could win or survive a Baneling bust, a Roach bust, any kind of bust. It would be terrible for him. So MMA taking a huge gamble here, and I think it might actually pay off, because we can see Leenock is droning up in the background right now. He's got tons of drones coming. Let's take a look at that drone count, 33 over 24. So Leenock is actually going to play a macro game here, and that is going to play totally into MMA's hands, who now has a 2nd orbital and a 3rd orbital going to finish off pretty soon here, I'd imagine, as well. MMA has got 3 meals down right now. So much mining going on. Look at his mining, considering he's down by 8 harvesters, but staying on point with the Zerg income rate is pretty incredible. And that 3rd orbital is beginning to morph out as well. This is such a risky build by MMA. but it is going to pay off huge dividends, I think, against Leenock, who now is going for Roach Warren and Baneling Nest. Oh no. Do we have Leenock going for a delayed Roach Baneling bust here? I think so, guys. He's making a lot of roaches right now, and he's got a Baneling Nest about to finish as well. I think he's going to go for a Roach Baneling bust at the front door, and this could still work out really well, even though it's a little bit more delayed, because remember, MMA still doesn't have anything. He's just now getting his production online. He's starting to produce Marines 3 at a time. No Marauders coming out, so he won't have that much protection against roaches, but he has a tank on the high ground. That tank can help out quite a bit. Now, depending on how much damage Leenock's going to be able to do here, Leenock's just going to go buck wild with the Roach Banelings here. If he can break down the front door, the front natural, that he can just take this game right away. If he can get into the main especially, then he can end the game, and we'll see what MMA can do. MMA beginning to set up the wall at the front door here, a couple of supply depots and a bunker at the front as well, getting a siege tank on the low ground too, so his defense is starting to look a little bit better, but the roaches and banelings are on their way. At least the roaches and speedlings are. Where's the banelings? There we are. 5 banelings about to morph out, and there they go. So Leenock just going insane in this game, and is he going to be able to break the front door? There is a siege tank set up. Oh, MMA is unsieging. This is Leenock's opportunity to go in. Leenock with 5 banelings. He's going to go against the supply depots, unable to break the depot wall. Leenock falls back. Leenock is going to pull up the trigger here, it looks like, and MMA, with the macro CC opening, is unable to unbelievably hold off the front natural. That was a really good hold by MMA. Just having the tanks in the right position. I love the little pseudo wall he has going on here, almost taking a page out of Protos's book, where they forge expand from the ramp to their nexus. And so, what does Leenock do upon seeing that? Sure, why not? Double expand. Grabs the ninja hatchery over to the left, and I would not be surprised to see another hatchery over to the gold as well. And this is almost Leenock's forte. Hey, if the aggression doesn't work, well, I've still got units in the middle of the field. I can break down rocks. I'm going to make use of them as much as I possibly can. Just like on Shakur's Plateau, he broke down the rocks to the north, allowing him to take off the siege tank that was shelling his main from the low ground. So, Leenock is expanding like a wild mongoose right now, and he's going all over the map. So let's see if he's gonna grab the gold or not. Right now, he's actually just getting the macro hatch and the ninja hatchery. So, uh-oh. Is he moving out into the middle of the field for another push? I don't think that's the right move right now, because of course he's not building additional forces. He might go through the back hallway here with some of these Zerglings, but MMA has already got 2 supply depots up on the secret hallway, so it doesn't look like the Zerglings are going to be able to break through. Some Marines going back to deal with that as well. And here comes MMA's medevac. Here we go. So MMA taking to the skies once again. There is no hatchery at the pocket expansion. There is no hatchery at the gold. And MMA might be a little surprised by that. He might be like, well, wait a second. There's no hatcheries here. So it looks like he's going to drop the scan. Then he sees, okay, a couple of hatcheries at the natural and a few spine crawlers. So is MMA going to go ahead and attack this location or not? It's pretty well fortified, I would say. I don't know if he saw the roaches with the scan or not, but he might just leave the Marines back here for a while and wait for the perfect time to go ahead and move in and attack that location. And, oh, he is sending an SCV scout, so now MMA is thinking, okay, there's got to be an expansion somewhere on the map, and he's going to send the SCV to check out the ninja location, and there we go. MMA has now officially found out the secret little hidden expo, and based on that scouting, let's see what he decides to do here. Looks like he's going to prepare to push out and take the gold, and get that planetary fortress. And remember, guys, like I said before, on this map, if a Terran player can establish the PF at the gold, it becomes so difficult for Zerg to deal with, and Terrans feel like exceptionally secure once they get that location. It's a really good spot for Terrans to be at. So we'll see if MMA can secure that location or not. Upgrades coming up right now for both players. Stimpack just finishing pretty late on the Stimpack, I would say, but he is going to get Stimpack down momentarily. Just producing tanks one at a time out of that factory at the natural, and right now only really has 6 tanks, but it's still a pretty feasible amount, still a pretty good amount. And it looks like, oh my god, the Spire just ready and waiting for these Marines. The Marines are stimming up. Can he get the transfuse to save the Spire? It looks like a Queen coming up, but the Queens don't have enough energy, and the Spire goes down. 14 mutas are on the way, but the Spire goes down, so we won't see any more mutas for a very, very long time. MMA picking that off, a huge pick right there. And now MMA, bolstered by that wave of confidence after picking off the Spire, looks like he's going to push into the middle of the map here with his tanks and Marines. Pretty risky play, but It looks like he takes a Marine to the Xel'Naga Tower, and now the mutas are here, but MMA knows if he can pick off the rest of these mutas, you won't see any more mutas for a very, very long time in this game. So let's see if he does that or not. He's actually sending a medevac over to the Ninja expansion, and to pick that off, a couple of Marines trying to ward away the mutas over here, and it looks like MMA is just going to set up the gold shop right now, and he's going to be able to do that pretty easily. Not enough forces for Leenock, and MMA has found a sweet spot with these 4 Marines to pick off the Queen, and he is in range of the hatchery. Doesn't want to get too close to the crawlers. Hold position right there, but the roaches and banelings coming in from behind, and they will be able to clean up those Marines. But MMA is in control of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Muta's trying to fly over the little cavern right now to find an opening to pick off a tank or two, but Leenock is so hard pressed right now to just find an area where he can actually pick off tanks. If he could pick off a couple of tanks to the left, a couple of tanks to the right, he might have a chance in this game, but it's looking bleaker and bleaker by the second. He's just trying to desperately pick off as many tanks as he possibly can, but, you know, MMA is all over that. He's got Marines ready to stim, protect the tanks at every which location. Oh! 2 tanks will go down! So MMA's concentration faltering for just a hair right there. And Leenock able to actually take off a couple of tanks and now double expanding again. Wow. Surprisingly, Leenock able to get away with quite a few expansions. Picks off another tank. Does Leenock have a chance in this game? I don't know. If he does, this is his opportunity, but no. Another drop going off into the back hatchery, so that hatchery is going to be denied. No forces ready to go. Leenock this game just doesn't have the swarm that he had in the previous game of Shakur's Plateau, just really limited on the amount of units he's got. It looks like he will save that hatchery, but by saving that hatchery, leaving the Ninja expansion open to an attack. No, he's got some roaches and banelings here, but MMA with some really cute micro right there. Did you see him pull the Marines back just in time to save them from the banelings? And uh-oh, it looks like MMA is going to kill off a ton of Mutalisks. Leenock's got to be careful here. And the one thing Leenock could do this game, I would imagine, is some burrowed banelings. Burrowed banelings on Xel'Naga Caverns is so good. These little quarters right here are prime for some burrowed banelings. But I don't even know if Leenock has burrow. He does have burrow. I'm actually kind of surprised he's not utilizing burrowed banelings at all. Here we go, though. He's going to roll in with the magic box of Mutas, but he has no baneling support at all. And oh my god, the Mutas getting crushed by the Marines of the Thors, and now Leenock is in a lot of trouble. MMA is going to push into the Ninja expansion. He will be able to take that down. Leenock's falling back, now realizing, hey, maybe I should have made some banelings. So he's got 14 on the way, but it's a little bit too late. And he's going to give up control over the side expansion, which he had for so long. And it looks like, you know, if you look on the minimap right now, MMA poised to push in and take this game. Leenock is just kind of scattering his forces to the left, to the right, trying to find out where is the best location to put his units. I'm still surprised he's not utilizing burrowed banelings. When you're this far behind, burrowed banelings would be huge. Oh no! Oh my god, he just lost so many Mutalisks right there. That was not good, and he just GG's. Doesn't even want to have any more of this game. It was pretty much a slaughter fest from the beginning to the end. MMA just toying with him. And a big reason why MMA pulled so far ahead as well was that macro command center. The macro command center into the natural, the failed roach baneling aggression from Leenock just set himself too far back. And, you know, going for the Ninja hatchery, it was cute. It actually did work. He did get some money out of here. But, you know, one after another, just failure after failure, and MMA was able to capitalize. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. We're going to have Game 3 coming out after this. This is HD, signing out.